So if you've been watching the gold market this week, you have seen a really big run up, especially with the price in terms of it starting somewhere down here, going all the way up and then coming down and then ending about here. So the gold market has been going higher and higher, and now it looks like it's finally pausing. And the fact that we have the end of a month and then people taking profits due to some of the headlines that we had in terms of getting a new Fed chair. And then also we have a new month coming up that brings new data releases, new headlines, and then also just new information in terms of NFP, which is non-farm payroll. So we have a lot of stuff going on right now. And if you're looking for a solid game plan for the upcoming week, then you are in luck, because in this video, we are going to go over entries, exits, and profit target zones for the gold market. So if you don't know who I am, my name is LaKiesha, and last year I made over $100,000 trading the markets while working full time, and gold was a part of that strategy. So if you want to know how you could potentially do it for yourself, then go ahead and check out LaKieshaTrades.com. You will see the website over here. Go ahead and check that out, and then sign up for a call with one of our program advisors, so that way you can see whether or not it's the next best step for you, and also just get clarity on your trading. So go ahead and do that. Serious people only. So let's just go ahead and look at the charts. So basically we talked about the weekly, and I actually started recording this, had some technical difficulties, so now I'm coming back to it. But let's just go ahead and break it down like we normally do. All right. So here on the daily time frame, we can see that we have this big run up. So, and this was actually a couple weeks ago, but basically we've been running up pretty much for a couple of weeks, and then price came down, and then it kind of did this crazy candle today, which is, wow, almost 5,000 pips, which is insane for it to just go bearish all of a sudden. But we have a game plan that we're going to talk about here. So that is on the daily. Let's go ahead and go to the H4, where I started marking up the charts. All right, so let me just go ahead and go through the levels that I started marking off. So basically we have the first level right here that I marked off, and this is around 55.75. You can obviously see that this is the top of the market at this point in time. Obviously that will change as time goes on, but for right now, that's what it is. And we also have this other level that I drew, and we can see a lot more clearly on lower time frames when we get there. But basically this level is sitting at 52.58 right now, and then we have this other level that is sitting at roughly 50.50. And then we have this other level that is sitting roughly at 49.05. And then this level right here, which is insane, price came all the way down here, is sitting at 44, let's just say 75.80 at this point. And then this level right here, we haven't seen this level since a few weeks. And basically this is at 46.55, let's just say. And then we're going to talk about these other levels once we get closer, so that way it makes a lot more sense. But for right now, these are the levels that I drew. I roughly drew them on the H2 time frame before I had to start filming this video over. So basically, we can see resistance here. So price came through and continued to push like crazy, which is quite insane. And what we have here is a support that was respected at first, but then it broke through, and then right here. So that's kind of, actually this level is kind of like where we stopped. You can see this wick. This is all from today, which is Friday when I'm currently filming this right now. So, but this is our game plan for the next week. And for right now, these levels are looking quite good for what we have. And then we also have this other level here at 54.48. This was drawn so long ago, so long ago. It feels like so long ago. It was only 2 weeks, but basically that's what we have for right now. So let's go ahead and go down to the H1 time frame so we can see if there's any adjustments that we need to make on these levels. But right now, looking good right here. Actually, let's make this a little bit thicker. Just pulling it down just a little bit thicker, just to cover those wicks. And then over here, okay, I think I actually want to move this down just a little bit, just because a lot of the price action is at this level. And actually, let me bring it down just a little bit more, because we got that gap right there. I think I like it right here. So this is roughly at 5,000 flat, which makes sense. We got the gap, we got the support. So all good. So let me go ahead and look at this. Still looking good within here. Now we do have kind of like these wicks in here. This is kind of where price stopped, at least for the week, but so far it's looking good. All right, and then we talked about this part. All right, okay, good. Okay, so this right here, so we haven't looked at this price action for a few weeks now. So far this is looking quite good, and I think I want to keep these key levels. I'm going to skip these blue levels for now, mainly because these are minor levels. I really want to focus on these major levels. So it's going to be these darker lines right here, which is at 44.56, and then right here at 44.01, roughly 4,400 flat. And if we go to this level right here, 4,300 flat, pretty much. So I think that's pretty much all for right now. I don't want to get in those levels. And this is why I like to keep these old levels on my chart, especially if it's not too messy, just because price tends to go back to that particular area. And then it's a nice support or resistance level that I like to look at. So anyway, so for right now, this is what we have. And now that we are getting ready to go into our game plan, let me go ahead and draw another level kind of in here, especially because we have all these wicks, and this is sitting at 48.34, and that is still looking good. So the first thing that I see now that we're getting into the game plan portion of this is I see a really nice resistance right here. So that is a resistance. Let me go over here and check. Okay, we have this nice support over here. So what I could do is I could move this to be right there. But for right now, I don't, just because if I move that there, it's going to be a really tight zone within here. And I like this resistance area right there. So I'm just going to keep that like that. And obviously, the market has been selling off quite a bit this past week, or especially these past couple of days, let's just say. So pretty much almost anything can go. So as far as my bias, let me go ahead and go back to the daily. We can see that we haven't broken any major market structure points. I mean, the major one on the daily time frame is going to be around 46.30. Let's go to the H4, and it is already broken pretty much on the H4, and you can see that it's broken, but it's not like a true break yet. We would need to see another candle break, a bullish candle break and close below. This is a doji, so in my mind, it doesn't count. So basically, in my mind, for this upcoming week, it can go either way. So usually I have a strong bias, but usually it will be bullish, but this week is totally different. So this is what I'm looking for. Obviously, I'm looking for buys above this level that I marked off, and then I'm looking for more sales down here, continued sales below here. So one of the things that kind of have me pausing for this week is the fact that we have all of these wicks right here. So these wicks are basically saying that sellers are trying to push the market down, but then buyers are stepping in and pushing the market up. So when that happens, usually there could be enough momentum, or at least enough buying pressure, that could actually push this market up, and it could go back to what we saw. Probably not in the same day, who knows, because nobody expected this for real, but it did happen. So anyway, so this is generally what I'm looking for. So, and then of course I could do stuff on lower time frames, but for right now, just to keep the idea at the top level, let's go ahead and start marking off our levels. So this would be a target for me on the upside. So basically going from, well, really this level right here, this 49.05 area, and then going up, like this would be like the main area for me, which is, this is 1,400 pips. Definitely a lot, but like I said, I would feel safer waiting until price started to make some sort of structure above this level at 43.35 before start looking for the buys, especially because we have all of this really bearish momentum on the downside. So I would like to wait a little bit longer and get more confirmation before I just start buying the market. That's just me. Do whatever you want. But basically, this is a nice range here. It's still 1,100 pips inside of the market. And then I'm just following market structure all the way back up to the previous highs that we can see here around 55, almost 5,600, which is crazy. So anyway, so that's the idea to the upside. To the downside, now, this is a little tricky, especially because what we have right here is we have this level at 48.35 going all the way down to 47.78. So that's about 500 pips or so. And with that, there's this wick that we have to pay attention to off to the side, because the fact that price came down here and then rejected, it's like, okay, Maybe there's some buyers sitting here and we just don't know that for sure. But basically, there could be opportunities to take a short. So, pretty much, let me get my tool. So, from this level to this level, I would be a little bit careful. And then from this level to this level, also being a little bit careful, especially because we have this wick that's over here. But this whole range right here is 1500 pips, which is more than enough for everybody. And let me just do this right here. So I would feel a little bit safer waiting until price was below this 47.76 area in order for me to look for a selling opportunity to continue the momentum down. And then, of course, the thing that I would do is be looking left and trying to figure out, okay, well, where could I go from here? Obviously, right here will be the next area, and then just continue to follow the market down. So that is my game plan for this upcoming week. If you found this helpful, give this video a like, share this video with someone, and also subscribe to this channel. And if you're trying to figure out how I made that 100K when I lost my job. Actually, it was like before and after. But if you're trying to figure that out for yourself, basically you want to watch this video here. It's called How I Made $100,000 Trading After Losing My Job. And I literally go through everything that I did in order to get to that 100K last year. And it's totally going to help you for sure. So go ahead and check that out, and I'll see you in the next video.